Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. What time it hard to carry on? You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, on the journey so far.
Welcome, Success Family, my enlightened keepers of Øwayne Media. Alongside our new arrivals to the channel, will Prezzi 7 and St. Maarten be the reason why Plumpy boss die? And that is a very serious question to ask, and it's a necessary question to ask. Also, Kalonji sent heartfelt message to Plumpy boss, and the police in Trinidad are working with St. Maarten police to investigate the shooting. Alright, so police from the Special Investigations Unit SIU are investigating whether the attack on Plumpy boss was orchestrated by individuals in Trinidad and Tobago or St. Maarten. Now, Plumpy boss is in critical condition with a bullet lodged in his brain, and right now Plumpy boss faces life-threatening delays in receiving the necessary neurosurgical care due to what I would call bureaucratic and healthcare policy hurdles in St. Maarten, which I have to say is ridiculous to me. Now, as I said yesterday, Plumpy boss' mother has expressed her concerns about the slow response in St. Maarten, knowing very well the critical need for immediate medical intervention with this situation, because the survival rate for individuals with such an injury depends heavily on the bullet's location in Plumpy boss' head, the extent of the damage, and the speed of medical treatment, which Plumpy boss is not necessarily receiving right now as we speak, which means the more they delay in St. Maarten, or they delay from transporting him from St. Maarten to Trinidad, then that survival rate drops. Now, there have been miraculous cases of survival, you know what I mean? I would just hope Plumpy boss is on that train where he can get the help that he needs very, very, very urgently. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. And you know, the funny thing about the situation is that it always takes some dramatic situation to expose a country and how they are lacking, and the healthcare policies in St. Maarten, which require insurance for non-citizens, have prevented Plumpy boss from receiving the urgent care he needs. Now, this situation just exposed the severe deficiencies in St. Maarten healthcare system, where administrative barriers are placed above the immediate need to save a man's life, to save the youth life. And it's a really sad situation to see, right? This is just where the world has come to with all these policies and all these other things, where making sure that you have a piece of paper or you have something on record or whatever the case is, that takes priority over you actually needing the help right there and then. Now, if it wasn't for Plumpy boss situation, I would not have known that St. Maarten does not have neurosurgeons, and it's because of the lack of local neurosurgical capabilities in the country that complicates the situation with Plumpy boss even further. And St. Maarten told Plumpy boss' mother that they do not have the necessary resources to treat such a severe injury, which begs the question of why immediate steps were not taken to airlift Plumpy boss to Trinidad, where Plumpy boss can get the medical care that is available to him in his own country. Now, this delay in action can significantly decrease Plumpy boss' chances of survival, which brings me to Prezzi. Prezzi inaction should also be scrutinized in this situation, because you're telling me that Plumpy boss, who is a key figure to the 7 movement, and you, Prezzi, failed to facilitate to airlift Plumpy boss to Trinidad for the required surgery, or to bring a neurosurgeon to St. Maarten for them to manage the condition of the artist, right? Now, another thing that I will also mention is, why did Prezzi allow Plumpy boss to go to St. Maarten without proper protection? Even Plumpy boss' mother said it was a great and a grave risk of the artist going to a region where, you know, it is mainly dominated by so much six followers or 6 members. Alright, so now we have Kalonji. Kalonji sent a heartfelt message to Plumpy boss and said people should avoid trolling, because right now Kalonji acknowledged that Plumpy boss, like anyone else, is a friend, a family member, or possibly a father, right? Kalonji praised Plumpy boss' talent and reflected on their past lyrical clash as memorable times, you know, like those were the golden days. Now, Kalonji speaks of the seriousness of taking a life and offered prayers to Plumpy Boss family, and this is what Kalonji had to say. Alright, so Kalonji said, as expected with recent events, but please seek the trolling elsewhere. A couple years ago, yeah, but sure I've outgrown that character and glad I did. Like anybody else, he's someone's friend, someone's family, or even possibly a father. Now, what I know he is for sure, and I always say, is talented, and didn't last too long in the lyrical clash we had back then, but still golden times. Prayers to the family and those involved. And although you is the master of slicking men when they get their nanko, taking a life and taking life lightly is two totally different things. Now, I just want to say, big up to Kalonji for this message and what he had to say about Plumpy Boss, because I'm sure if Kalonji can do something like this, then other artists or other people, whether they are 6 or whether they are 8 or 9 or whatever the case is, then they can do something like this, because Kalonji heartfelt message to Plumpy Boss shows a significant level of personal growth and maturity, and you see that, right? After acknowledging his past trolling behaviors, Kalonji makes it clear that he has evolved beyond such, trivial actions and stuff like that. And Kalonji is one of the very few right now to show empathy to Plumpy Boss that I know of, right? Kalonji made it known that he recognized Plumpy Boss as not just his rival from back in the days, but someone's friend, someone's family, and possibly a father, we don't know. Right, and that's true, we see the hurt this already caused Plumpy Boss' mother, and Kalonji reflects on him and Plumpy Boss' past lyrical clash, like VybzKartel and Movado, history type thing, right? Not saying it's to that level, but I'm just saying, right? And that just shows you that he has respect for Plumpy Boss' talent at the end of the day, because again, at the end of the day, they are both artists and they respect each other's craft, despite the competitive history or despite, the gang this or the gang that, So Kalonji message aims to show people that their Plumpy Boss is important to Trinidad music industry and to Trinidad music scene, and losing such an artist to, in this manner is just devastating, and a devastating blow to Trinidad music scene, So Plumpy Boss is a cornerstone to Trinidad music, and as I said in my other video, second to Prince Wani, you see me? So big up to Plumpy Boss, and I hope they can actually get the artist out of St. Maarten to Trinidad, so the neurosurgeons can actually start to work on him and try to get him back up to speed, because we wish the best for the artist and nothing less. We need more, but nothing less. Alright, so that's the video for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments, and just drop a prayer emoji, a prayer hand emoji in the comment section for Plumpy Boss right now, because in a situation like this, you would never get me come here and talk nothing negative or anything negative to say, or blame this or blame that. We just look at the situation and we say, we acknowledge that the youth is in a very bad situation.